The Cavalier literary movement, or the CLM, occurred in the mid-1600s. To understand the CLM, it's good to understand the meaning of Cavalier. Cavalier is showing arrogant or offhand regard, and it also means carefree or nonchalant. This really puts in perspective what the poets thought in this time. It is a movement of poetry that is straightforward and centered on romantic love and the idea of carpe diem, or to seize the day. It brought a new perspective to life. Instead of following strict moral code, most of the poets lived for the moment. The poetry was clear and non-figurative. Contrastly to the CLM, the metaphysical literary movement, which was overlapping in this time period, was centered around spirituality, science, and morality. The CLM also mirrored the Romanticism age as it viewed life through its pleasures of the moment and beauty. Some influential Cavalier poets in this time, also known as Royalists and members of the aristocracy, were Thomas Carew, Richard Lovelace, Robert Herrick, and John Suckling. They wrote in the 17th century and supported King Charles I during the English Civil War. Ben Jonson, who all of these said poets tried to emulate, was born around June 11, 1572. Ben Jonson was also the originator of Cavalier poetry. Ben Jonson starts his poem in all capital letters by saying, "False world, good night." To me, it emphasizes what the world has done to him. He is blaming the world for him wanting to kill himself. As a contemporary of Shakespeare, the last line of this first stanza, "My part is ended on thy stage," is showed in Shakespeare's quote, "All the world's stage and all the men and women merely players." In the second and third stanza, he is tempting the world. He is saying that he has no hope, but he is also not scared. He is saying he has gone through it all and the world hates him. In stanza 4 through 5, he is saying that the world has planted him in an awful environment where there's many fools and irrelevant schooling. He's saying that even all the great things are taxed and grieved, and everything is judged by what others rumor. In stanzas 6 and 7, after he is done complaining, he takes responsibility for his life. He speaks of the human condition and that it is normal for him to feel this way. He can't believe he could think of such a thought as killing himself. Later in stanza 8 through 9, he knows that humans were born for the bad in life to realize all of its goodness. He can handle it though, as many Cavalier poets would, living day by day. He ends by asking for strength to keep going, and he decides not to take his life. Thank you for watching.